Hello, hello. Okay, this is the build I ended up going with for the season. After I tried Barbarian out, I got it to like level 30. It really fell off. It still works. Thorn still works great, but this one just felt better. Um, Played them up both up to about 30, and I've been working on this build since the beginning. I've been running the bulwark build is what I'm running. Um, so we're gonna go try it out against the boss here. I think it's still very effective. I used to have a 30 IAS ring, had the ability on it that gives you faster attack speed for your basic attacks. Now I only have 20 because I got that early and I was testing it. But we will try it out on the boss. We're going to put this ring back on. Just because it has my barber in it. It's the only barber I have. It also has the 30% gem in it, so that makes that one obsolete. It definitely works better with the more attack speed you get. You get your resets quicker. And we'll show you what it's doing. I'm level 60 currently. Honestly, I'm changing abilities and stuff non-stop, still testing. Changing paragons non-stop. I need one more dex here to get my exploit working. Until then I'm using Hurricane. As soon as I get exploit working, I'll put this on 20% damage reduction. And as you can see, I don't have the Crone Staff. I'm just using Storm Strike. Crone Staff, I'm sure, will make this much better. Petrify helps you do a ton of damage. I've got these on. I was using the ability here instead of the Seeking Tornadoes. I'm using them for now until, I spec out of them later when I get the Crone Staff. Because I can't get those procs often enough to make it just the Fortify build, just the Bulwark build. So those tornadoes come in handy. They help me do extra damage. They're really nice. I'm not really buffing them in any way other than, some barrier stuff. I'm mostly buffing the earth. And here we go. Let's see how it does here. 460 something. 595. That's more what I'm used to seeing, the 500k there with that barber on. 411. As soon as he goes into a thing, I will take the barber off, and then I'm hitting for like 50, 60k. Or at least that's what it is. Stuff I've been running. I don't know what it'll do against the boss. We will take the barber off, put that back on. That's going to give me the 20% increased damage. So, you can drop some damage. We gotta look for a bulwark hit. I think that was one there for 40. Yeah, there was another 40. You can run these at slower speeds and really see the damage. It still works very well. I'm having no problem clearing stuff 3 to 5 levels higher than me. I really think this is going to be the best build in the game. You definitely want to use that barber with it. I just haven't been able to find another one. I used that one early for testing. I wish I hadn't. I didn't realize it was going to be so hard to find another one. Every once in a while, I'll just, go farm, try to get Wrathful Hearts for an hour, and then it's just, I'm not getting one. It is what it is. That was a 25. Yeah, this, in my opinion, is definitely the way to go for Season 1. I wish that Barbarian wouldn't have been hit so hard, but that cut to vulnerable damage and crit damage really will still finish that character. It mostly hurt the thorns portion, I believe. Um, I'll still finish it. I'll get it up. But I'm going to do this one first, just to get into the end game. As you can see, I'm not very high yet. This is my highest character. I've got a 30 and a 60. I just don't have the time to play with work and whatnot. I don't know why I opened that. We will go to town now, and we will run a quick nightmare dungeon. And again, I think I'm going to do it without the barber, just because this ring just gives me better stats as far as crit damage and things like that go. The barber definitely still feels faster, even though that ring is garbage. I'm going barrier generation because I'm not really speccing into defense, and I want the earthen bulwark barrier to be as strong as possible. That's why I'm using that right now. Later on, when I get that crone, this build will completely change. I believe, you know, Earth skill slow. We always have slow that way. I believe this is very important to the build. It gives you that extended time on the bulwark, lets you get replenish it, you know, replenish your barrier. But yeah, I don't even have a perfect one of these. I had one. I used it early in testing. I really wanted to know how the... I've basically played this build since level 1. I went for this build, nothing else. You know, I've got the tornadoes maxed, and they have been since early on. I've been using them, and as I got the bulwark pieces, I built on it. I'd really like to get that maxed. It's working effectively now. When I respec, when I get the crone staff and come into here, I'll definitely respec this. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. You know, I'm using that for vulnerable. I'm using this for slow. I should probably switch it to vulnerable, but honestly, in another level or two, I will have exploit up. Eventually, I'll go into cyclone armor. I'll build a little more defensively. You know, I'll give up the wolves. Actually, I could honestly do that now. I think we will. Why not, right? It's not like I'm getting a lot of damage for them since I'm no longer using the aspect that helps. I believe we'll go preserving, yeah. Yeah. I'm using this to get a little extra fortify. You don't need it. Those could be put somewhere else. I'm using that just to keep Hurricane up as long as possible. Again, you don't really need it. You could use those somewhere else. That it was originally because I was using this skill instead, because I'm using the stone that pulls stuff in. That one there. I do have a couple perfect ones of those. Just waiting till I get a better amulet. This is just testing here. This is not the vicious heart that I will use. And neither is this. I'm using that because I'm using Tornado right now. Later on, I will probably use the same purple one I'm using, the same Devious, and then I'll put the blue one on where it the incoming damage is suppressed, and then when you use a defensive skill, being bulwark, it explodes for 250%. That's probably what I'll use there, as well as the butcher, but you know, I have to farm those up. I don't have many right now. I kept destroying them. Nice. Oh, no, not so nice. But, yeah, let's jump into a dungeon. What's the highest we have here? Sorry, my cat is up here in front of my screen. 11, 10, 10, 10, 10. I thought I had a 13. 9, 11, 13. There's a couple 13. I guess it doesn't matter which one we do. So, let's go see how we perform in a nightmare dungeon. I'm level 60. I don't even know what 13 will be. 63, right? I think. I've been just farming gear for the last couple hours of playtime.
I'm not ready yet. Smells good. Don't spill too much, though. I'm not ready yet.
Those tornadoes really help early. They don't really need to seek targets, but I like them to seek targets because they'll go back and take care of the stuff that's falling behind, you know. You can do this, pull everything in, and pretty much explode it as soon as you get a vulnerable. You know, the higher levels you do, the better that bulwark scales. The more attack speed you have, the more often it seems to reset. I want to test and see if the one that allows that storm ability to hit 2 additional targets will make bulwark proc more often. I don't know if each individual proc of it will count as a hit. Probably not, but I want to test it. Like I said, I'm still building and testing, but the build is fine. You know, bulwark is still totally usable. I believe you can take this up to level 100, no problem. And those tornadoes do a fair amount of damage too. I don't know if you noticed that there. A boulder also hit him. That's what knocked him back. But the real thing is you don't have to worry about damage. I should have paid attention and got one where those lightning things follow you around, because they don't matter to me. I just keep going. I let them pop. I don't think I've done a blood blister one yet, but I'm sure based on the fact that I can let both of the lightning attacks pop that I would be fine with the blood blister as well. Really don't have to heal yourself. I did use a pot there.
I'm not ready.
I'm not reaching full fortify. I don't remember what changed. Oh, yeah, I do. The more bulwarks that go off, the faster I'll fortify. I wasn't having a problem keeping fortify up, but now all of a sudden it's a problem. Let's go into my skills real quick. It's down here. I took a point out of here. as soon as I get vulnerable working, honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and take one of these. You know, tornado is not my main source of damage anymore. Fortify is doing more. Actually, you know what? It's gonna lower that quite a bit. We don't need any of those though. Get that maxed out again. That'll give me a little health back when I do lose health, which isn't very often. Because by being able to keep the bulwark up all the time with that 6-second duration, which I need a better one of those. 6-second is the maximum you can get, but you can earn back more of your shield. I've been using that one for quite a while. I'm sure a standard one would be better at this point. But as you can see, it's really not a problem to just walk through stuff of my level. Honestly, I may be able to do the level 70 capstone right now. I don't want to. There's no point. I'm not going to go into level 75 areas and do well, I don't think. Perhaps I would. Maybe I should test it. Let you guys know how it goes.
I'm not ready yet.
I don't like those new changes to the world. Man, quit grabbing that. Kill this stuff. I liked it better before, where the world scaled with you. They said they wanted you to feel strong, but I had no problem feeling strong with a decent build of any kind, you know, on any character. I don't like stuff being 5 levels behind me now when I'm going back to farm. I really messed my fortification up. Oh no, spirit winds. Oops. I was testing the storm ultimate again. It's definitely better here. That'll help. Okay. Also, you know, I've used the crit chance. I think I like the attack speed better. You just have to get that to proc twice, you know? So the faster you're attacking, the better chance you have of making that proc twice. I could honestly use this ultimate way more. I don't know why I'm not. See, sometimes it just doesn't want to proc. Staffing the crone should help a lot with that. You know, it's at least 2 hits every time, you know. But there you have it. This is a great build still. It's very effective. There are definitely some things right now that I can do to make it better. I'm still testing stuff. But yeah, highly recommend. Anyway, have a good day, guys.